back out checking my traps. I was originally gonna pull all my sets today and go set them somewhere else, but I just checked out a whole bunch of ditches that used to have muskrats 5-6 years ago, and there was zero sign to be found, and I mean zero. So there's really no point. I'm gonna leave these for this check, one more check, and by then there's a pretty good ditch that's got a few muskrats in it that's frozen right now, but it should be thawed. So then I'll just try and set all my traps there. Just getting down here to my first trap. I don't expect to get more than hopefully 3 muskrats or a couple muskrats and a mink, just because it's the third check, and then I'm gonna leave them. But next time when I pull them, I bet you I'll be lucky to can get 1 muskrat. Just kind of the way it goes. Oh, well, it's a good start. First trap. Double back foot catch. That's the second one I've caught here. Not a bad way to start. Just got that one out. Coming up on this one. Don't see anything. This was a mink trap underneath that originally, but the muskrats were chewing on my stakes. I just put my trap right underneath the stake. Not seeing much. I'm actually seeing a little fresh muskrat sign though, some new feed beds that weren't here last time. So there's still a few in here. Figured there'd be a couple because I missed some last time. But like I said, it's gonna be less and less. I'm sure I'll catch a handful of rats this time, and then probably by next check, just maybe 1 or 2 if I'm lucky. But it's too bad there's not any other good ditches I know about, but I've checked a lot and there's not even enough sign to make it worth setting. But, oh well. Coming up on my third trap here. Man, this bottom sink right in. No, looking good. Except some muskrat there, but it got chewed on. Chewed to pieces. I was gonna say that's like the biggest muskrat ever. Something was chewing on it. Huh, probably a mink. Well, I might as well throw it back in there and see if I could get the mink that was chewing on it. That sucks. Well, that's my second, but pretty worthless. Well, I still got this. There's another trap up here that would make a better pocket set for a mink. So I'll just save it. You can see it down there. Coming up on this trap. Should have been a good start. Huh. Nothing here. It looks like a trap kind of got pulled out of the little pocket I had it in. Reset it. Let's keep the camera on because this other trap's right up here. Yeah, that's too bad. I actually saw mink tracks in the snow up there on the other side of the fence, so it's not too surprising. Hopefully I got enough mink traps downstream. Hopefully I just got it down there. Well, here's the trap that when I set it, I thought it was crazy good looking set, but I've yet to catch one in it. It's not looking good either. I think I'd see a dead muskrat if I got one. Nope. It's kind of surprising. The ones that catch fur and the ones that don't. Can't be sure. Come up to this trap here. I don't see, there's my chain. They were chewing all over my willow stake last time, so I just set the trap there, and my stake's been chewed off even more. Let's see if I got something here. Yep, sure enough, she's my stake as bait, and I got it. That's the third one. I had 3 by now last check as well, but that one's worthless. So I'll just reset it right there and throw that muskrat back there as bait for a mink. Here's this one remade for a mink. Trap's right there. Muskrat's back up in there. So hopefully we'll get it. That's what sucks. Some of these muskrats, most of them have been in the deep water. I think that's what saves them, but that one was kind of tangled up where a mink could find it real easy. And it sure did. Coming up at my next trap here. See it right there, nothing. I'm gonna reset it right there. That's, you can see one's been working right there a little bit. That's the second check in a row with nothing there, so might as well move it a little bit and see if that works. Next trap, I better have got one here. It's kind of a real junky little trap, and it's been sprung twice. So I know there's one in here, but I don't know, I'm not seeing one floating. Oh, it's not even sprung. He hasn't been back. It was working right here. When I said it, you could see all the roots it was chewing up, but that's surprising. Still just the 2 keepers. Coming up on a conibear set for a mink. Can see nothing in it. Foothold set here for a mink. It's the one I caught a mink in the first check. Not looking good. Nothing. Ditch has actually gone way down. I'm gonna set that a little bit lower. Just came up on this trap here. Nothing. I was doing some more research. It's called a top edge set. I guess the idea is the mink or muskrat, they'll swim along, something like that, and then come up and over, and on their downstroke as they're swimming, they get caught. But I set one there too, so I got both corners covered up for at least one check. We'll see. Walking up on this one, nothing there again. That one's been a total bust. I thought probably get a mink there, but I'm just not convinced that there's hardly any mink in here this year, I think is probably what's going on. So it's not that many to catch, when in years past, sets like that, we're getting one almost every check. I did just see a muskrat back there on a stretch that I hadn't set a trap, and I actually found its den, which is, that's as sure as catch as anything when you find their hole. But I don't have a trap, and I'm just going to leave it be. Might as well leave a couple in there for next year. It's already got most of them out, really. Still think I'll get at least one more muskrat and maybe a mink if I'm lucky. Next trap here, had a muskrat in this one last time, which was pretty surprising to me. See, my trap's still there, nothing this time. It's a spot, there's really no muskrat sign at all, and there's kind of like a 500-yard stretch of ditch here, but that one was in there and found its way into my trap. Next set here is for mink. my wire. Nothing. Was actually a better set when there was snow. It was kind of a little hole that ran up in there, but it's been so warm last few days. All the snow's coming off, so it's actually changing up how the ditch looks quite a bit. It would have been nicer to set when there wasn't snow, because you can really see a lot better. There's a lot of muskrat sign up ditch that I just couldn't see until the snow came off. But at this point, it's really not worth setting, since I think I still got most of the muskrats out of there. Another pocket set. Nothing there. Probably would help to throw some actual bait in those, but I made them before with just a hole, and I think if you have a decent number of mink, they'll work like that, but hasn't been working this time. Weasel box. You can see there's nothing in there. Those weasel boxes, they've been a bust. Kind of surprising. I thought I'd luck into one, but so far that's not been the case. Next trap here. This one had a muskrat last time. Oh, there's my trap up on the bank. Oh, come on. Jeez. Something drug it up there and ate it. That is some bad luck. It's the second one I've had. Fourth rat and second one that's been eaten today. That sucks. I wonder what ate it. Something pulled it up. Probably a bird of some kind, I bet, if it pulled it up on the bank. Huh, yeah, a heron. I wouldn't be surprised. I think I've heard that the herons will actually eat them out of traps. Well, that sucks. That's the fourth muskrat, but unless I want to skin out a foot, that's all I got. It's too bad. Second weasel box. Whole lot of nothing. Got a mink trap here. Man, that's so frustrating to have stuff eat your catch. That's really sucky way to lose something. Mink trap, nothing in it. It's right there. It's one of those spots I thought looked super good when I set it, but sure hasn't been producing like it's super good. Well, it's the fourth muskrat I've caught, just only 2 keepers. Headed down here, I got a couple sure sets. I know I'm gonna have something, but at this point I'm kind of worried they're gonna be eaten. We'll see. Just walking up here, got 2 sets up here, but every time I've walked this and I've been checking, I see a muskrat. I don't see him this time, so I'm hoping that's because he's caught. But I was just thinking, those ones that have been getting eaten, I think it's because these traps I'm using, a lot of times it ends up being a back leg catch, just because it takes that kind of pressure to set the trap off on their leg. And if there's not deep water at the back leg, they'll sit there and they're alive in the trap. The muskrats are. And I think there's nothing more tempting to an animal than a live muskrat that can't move. So that's my guess on why they're getting chewed up and eaten. Wow, that is really shocking. There's actually nothing there. I thought for sure there'd be one there. So see about this one. It's not looking good here either. Nope, 110. Nothing. Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't get one there. Maybe next time. Next trap here. Right there, just through a little tunnel. Nothing in that. I think I'm down to the final 6 traps, which I don't hold out a lot of hope for on any of them. But you never know. Maybe the last one will have a mink. That's a good mink spot. So gotta hold out some hope. Next trap. Doesn't like my muskrats. Okay, there's a little toilet right here where the muskrats have been climbing up there. You can see nothing in it. Traps right there. Yeah, it's pretty old. That's in a good ditch. I mean, that's what I'm sure would be catching one every check there. But when there's hardly any muskrats, just none to be caught. Next trap up here against this culvert. See, I don't know if you can see it, but the trap's still there. Killdeer, giving me a heart attack. Muskrat trap there. Nothing in it. Next trap. This one's, so far it's been a bust. See it in there, still a bust. Got weasel trap and a mink trap left, so we'll see. Last 2 traps. Weasel. Nothing in there. Here's the good mink set. Last time I got messed up because the ditch got real high. Not looking good. My chain's still up in there. Nothing, huh? Well, 4 muskrats, 2 of them eaten. Well, just finally finished. Just the two muskrats today and the 2 that got eaten. But so I left all those traps out, come back day after tomorrow and definitely pull everything then. I doubt I'll catch more than 1 or 2 muskrats at the most. And then by then, this other ditch, it was super loaded with muskrats before it froze a few months back. Should be thawed. But what I've noticed about it is it's been loaded with muskrats in the past, and then after the thaw, I don't know what the deal is. There's hardly any usually. I don't know if they just die off under the ice or what. But I'm hoping that's not the case this time, because that's all I got for muskrat ditches. Everything else I've looked up been pretty terrible. So we'll see. Might have to get on the river and set some more beaver and mink traps down there. That's it for today. Well, I finished checking my trap line a few hours ago. See those muskrats there? But I was driving along this ditch the other day. It's froze up. It's actually a great ditch for muskrats. There's a lot of muskrats in it this last year, but it froze, so can't trap them until it thaws, which is starting to thaw. But I actually set a couple traps over here a couple days ago. It's just thawing on the edges, and I'd seen a muskrat sitting up there on the ice, and he jumped in. I think this was 2 days ago, and I come over here and set a conibear on the edge of the ice, and I set a foothold too where he was sitting, and sure enough, can't believe it, but I just a little conibear on the edge, and I got him. There, I got one. Oh, he's still alive. So I just caught him. Suitcase in a 110 and he's still alive. That's wild. It's the 3rd one. I've never seen that before. I must have just caught it. What's the 5th rat of the day? Crazy, huh? Well, I'm gonna get him out of here. Still alive.